Hey yo, I got something to say. Welcome back to the channel. If you find this information useful, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Guys, we're going to reminisce a little bit. I'm going to talk to you about my experience working for RadioShack. I worked for RadioShack in the West Orange location for about 2 years, and I got to tell you, it was one of the best jobs I've ever had. It was the most fun job I've ever had. And I got to say, really shout out to RadioShack because man, it was a good time. And what I mean by that, it was like it wasn't so strict. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be working at Radio Shack. This is like an average day. Come into Radio Shack, you clock in, say what's up to the people, say what's up to your boys or whatever. And like if you wanted to go to Panera, you could just be like, yo, I'm gonna go to Panera and get a coffee or a Danish or something. Or maybe there was like a game at GameStop that you wanted to check out. Like you could do that. You know what I'm saying? Like they weren't so strict. It wasn't like a 9 to 5 job where you're just going to go in there and like that's it. You can't leave and you're just there 9 to 5. So I really like that perk. Like it wasn't like in the job description, but it was like a perk. You know what I'm saying? Like it was definitely good. I love music as well, and we had Bluetooth speakers, JBLs, BNOs, like whatever. They had a lot of speakers, and to showcase the speakers, management actually encouraged you to play music. So you're going into a job, and you're encouraged as a music person, as a music fan, as a music lover. Pause. Um, yo, why aren't you playing music? Like that was an amazing job. Like your manager would say, "Why is the speaker off? Why is there no music playing?" And you're like, "Oh, which was very rare with me, but like maybe once in a while the Bluetooth didn't connect or your phone might die or something." And that was management. It's like we gotta talk. We gotta talk. Why is there no music playing? And you're just like, this job was awesome, man. Like it was freaking awesome. Like I really liked it. The pay was bad. The pay was bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. The pay was bad. It was like 9, $10 an hour, and for every battery pack that you sold, you got $1. They called it a spiff, depending on like the promotions that were going on at the time. Because like sometimes they'd be like, oh, you're gonna get 50 cents for every battery pack, and then sometimes they'd be like, oh, we're doing $1 spiff or whatever. So it was small things, but like it added also to your check. Because like if you sold 20 packs of batteries, that's an extra $20. You know what I'm saying? So, and with the leeway, because like it was a lot of freedom. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of work too, because like you had to maintain the store, you had to vacuum, you had to do inventory, you had to take in the packages, you had to like deal with the employees there, like the coworkers, because like nowadays, like I'm not gonna talk bad about millennials or anything, but like the millennials in my store, they were like, they didn't want to do nothing. They just wanted to come in, sit down, be on their phones, and like not do nothing. And I was like, you can't do that. Like the way Radio Shack worked was like, if you sold a lot, like if you sold, because they kept track of sales, they gave you more hours. So like the new kids, the young kids, they're like 20-year-old kids. They didn't want to do much, and I was like, yo, you have to sell a lot so that you can get more hours. Because they had like, you could be a part timer for like 10 or 20 hours. Like you weren't gonna make money like that. You know what I'm saying? So I would try to encourage them. So dealing with the millennials was like a whole new thing. Before millennials were like even millennials, I was dealing with that 5 years ago. Um, Management was cool. If you needed days off, I could just talk to the manager Renato. Shout out to Renato. I'd be like, yo, I need this, and I would take time off for like the dumbest thing. I remember the Legend of Zelda was coming out, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I told my boss, I was like, yo, when that game comes out, I'm taking 2 weeks off. The manager at that time was Steve Alzier, Steve. Shout out to Steve. And he's like, yeah, just submit it. So it was like, what other job can you know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, I'm gonna take 2 weeks off to play Zelda, and they're like, yeah, just submit it, and we'll clear it or whatever. Like, not many jobs, you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people are gonna say in the comment section, well, that's why they closed down, like, because you guys didn't care. Radio Shack sold. Radio Shack made a lot of money too, One of the biggest downfalls, because like I see a lot of videos on YouTube about Radio Shack, and that that management took out loans, and then they had these debts or whatever, and Walmart and came and Target and Amazon. Yes, that did play a part into it as far as the economics, as far as like, yeah, if people are buying things on Amazon and going to Walmart, yeah, it's gonna be hard for us. But we were selling $1,000 a day. Me and Steve pumped that store to $1,000 a day. 700 of that was in profit. So we were doing all right. But there was an overall, like the ship is sinking and there's nothing we can do about it. That was the sentiment. Management, regional managers, HR, supervisors, like not the store managers, but like the big super. There's like district managers, regional managers. There's always so many managers in companies. But when for those higher ups, it was just like, there was a point where I was talking to a district manager. District manager comes in, hey, how you doing? All this and that. And I was like, listen, I don't think it's a good idea to put the Beats by Dre headphones right next to the door. We're getting a lot of theft. There are people coming in stealing. I'm catching them. I'm working with the police from West Orange. And we stopped a lot of that. But overall, I don't think it's a good idea to put the Beats by Dre headphones. These are $300 headphones. At the time, Beats by Dre solos and studios were like pretty big, and they were literally like, I'm not exaggerating. They were by the frame of the door to enter the store. They were right there. And you know what the district manager goes? District manager goes like this. He goes and just walked out. And I was like, so I think Radio Shack could still be around. It served its purpose. People would go in there for like transistors, resistors, ceramic tubes, glass, slow or fast flow tubes, and rocker adapters, and it had its own little niche market. Like they did a lot of sales, but management and the higher ups or whatever, they just had a really like, they didn't care attitude. There was a manager in North Arlington. There was a North Arlington Radio Shack, and the manager would just leave the store for the whole day. Now that's none of my business. That wasn't my store. But I was like, how is the manager just leaving the store for 8 to 10 hours, clocking out, clocking in? I'm gonna go to the mall. I'm gonna go get food or this and that, and come back. I was like, that's hurting the regular employees. You know what I'm saying? But they if management would have been like, yo, we care about this company, we're going to streamline everything, we're gonna take into account sales and theft and loss prevention, and if management, like the higher ups, really cared about the company would still be around. Without a doubt, the company would still be around. And it sucked, because like there was this one district manager. I forget I forget his name, but he would like yell at people and curse at people, and we got into a little bit of words towards the end. But he shouldn't have been talking to people that way. Um, Regardless of that, but overall, man, I gotta say, fun job. You know what I'm saying? Like you walk into the store, and your manager goes, you know, for today, your assignment is to wear Beats by Dre, and you got to showcase them and show them to people. Or they had like the Incredible, the Beats. No, they had Beats by Dre, and then they had the Incredible headphones, which was like Nick Cannon was working with Radio Shack, and your manager would be. I got, not that I got into trouble, but like he would call me and be like, "Why aren't you wearing the headphones? You're supposed to wear headphones and play music." And I was like, "Oh, my fault, my fault, my fault." And I would put the headphones on and listen to music, and you were getting paid to just be there showing people speakers and headphones, and of course you had a couple pain in the butts that would come in for the small parts, the slow ceramic glass 2.5 amps or this and that, but for the most part it was a dope job. I got no complaints with it. So if this was fun, if you reminisce, what I'm saying, if you worked at Radio Shack, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what location you worked in. Until next time, I'm out. And subscribe, like, comment, get at me. I'm out. Peace.